All right. We are recording and we are live to tape.
The tech
We're live to tape.
studio audience.
Yep.
Right.
So if you got
Uh,
jingles,
so
now's
you
your,
did something.
now your
Wait,
time's to shine.
I wrote a jingle while you're doing your stuff.
Oh,
Because you did
oh.
that.
Yeah.
So you ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
You might not like the Cloud Brothers, but that's okay. We still like you anyway. As long as you agree that Terraform is better than CloudFormation in the end. Thank you. Wait, that's it. I think I just
Bravo,
threw it out there.
bravo, sir. Bravo.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Um.
So what are you doing today,
So,
Brain?
Frank, take over the Kubernetes world.
Okay.
The Kubernetes. Um, Going to, since the last couple of these, we've kind of uh, got to a certain point and then continued. Going to continue that today.
All right.
So in the last episode, same thing, recap. If you want to miss the recap, go 2 minutes ahead from now, so you don't have to listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but last time we did a EKS cluster with Terraform
Mm-hmm.
from this thing. And through the magic of television and Terraform as infrastructure as code, I've already built this thing. And this is all the same stuff that we did last week. And I'm trying to get to the one command where I did this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it made an output file, it changes the context changes the context of my kubectl to use this cluster that I just created, and I
Mm-hmm.
can confirm that by going to here and looking at my Kubernetes and the little check mark beside the latest cluster, the do cluster
Mm-hmm.
is there, and um, get this thing out of the way. There's my EKS, and there is my do cluster. So I do indeed have a do cluster. Ironic,
Indubitably.
indubitably. Um, so that's all I really need for that tab. I'm going to get rid of that, but set up with a new cluster like we did last week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, One of the things, actually, I wanted to start with this one, but well, go number two. We'll go number two, number two
Number
uh,
two, numero
with
doso.
this one. Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the things that I've been trying to figure out with what we've been doing is how to expose the cluster to the world, like how to send somebody a link to something and they can actually see it. Because so far we have built Kubernetes clusters and we've explored Kubernetes clusters.
Mm-hmm.
We have made public ones before, but I had no idea what we were doing. We
Yeah.
were just following the tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but now I'm trying to figure out, okay, when I make something, how do I send it to out to the world? And
Mm-hmm. Okay.
one of the things that they do for that is services. And the services, because these worker pods can go down all the time, or the containers can change all the time. Every time that they do something, scale up, scale down, die, recreate, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they get a new IP address, right?
Yeah.
So if you had to keep track of that in some way, that would be a lot of overhead for this thing.
Yeah.
So what they've come up with is services, and
Mm-hmm.
the different type of services are the cluster IP service. I think I'm making all. I haven't actually trained on this, so some of this is just guessing.
Ah.
So
Ah.
I
Okay. No, it's
I'm
fine.
not a I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV, and those are.
Fair.
Um. Anyway, so another one is the node port.
Yes.
Uh, for exposing the port, and I guess this. Oh yeah, this you access with DNS.
Mm-hmm.
And this you get with the worker node IP address, and then I see how that works. So that actually goes for the node, and then
Mm-hmm.
you put the port number for that specific node. And one of the things that makes more sense for us is the load balancer service, which it's a cloud thing. And
Yeah.
one of the things I want to show here, actually, at this point, is um, in EC2 in the load balancer. Right now, I don't have a load balancer,
Oh, so you're adding,
but
you're going to add an ELB now? You can create one in the
I
console?
am not going to. I am not
Oh,
going
this
to.
is going to be the Kubernetes is going to create this.
Kubernetes. This
Nice.
is my theory. My theory is that Kubernetes creates this load balancer for its own purposes
That's
because I
well,
made
it
this
should.
thing yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
going through it, and then I deleted it with Terraform.
Yeah.
And because Terraform didn't delete it, the load balancer was blocking me from deleting everything.
Mm-hmm.
So for this exercise, you would have to delete the load balancer manually
Yeah.
for the way that we're doing it, and
Mm-hmm.
then do the Terraform delete to get through the cluster. If you're following along,
Yeah.
you should be following along. Should be fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Like and
okay,
subscribe.
so that's just a
Follow along.
tab. That's a tab to look later.
Mm-hmm.
This is just an interesting thing of uh,
These are the
these are
workers.
the workers that the Kubernetes cluster is using.
Mm-hmm.
So even though it's the Kubernetes cluster, it's still using EC2 instances,
Mm-hmm.
and we define them, I think, when it builds that cluster.
Yeah.
I just find that kind of interesting because
Yeah, it
it's
is.
got to run somewhere. It's got
Well,
to
yeah.
run somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell's it running?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, okay, I don't need this picture anymore. We need to make our own picture of that. Um, Cluster, we don't need to know the cluster. The cluster is there. We don't need that anymore. Load balancer I'm going to keep open.
Mm-hmm.
Instances, I don't need that at the moment. So I'm going to go to this one now.
Mm-hmm.
And this I haven't looked at before. I just uh, um, exploring today.
Okay.
One of the things that I figured out actually is everything is on the Kubernetes. Everything you want to know about Kubernetes is on the Kubernetes website,
Yeah.
but you don't know that when you first start.
Of course not.
Like it's not uh, user friendly for beginners.
No.
Like you have to go somewhere else and get some basic Kubernetes knowledge, and then the Kubernetes documentation starts
But,
to make a lot more sense.
and then you go, oh, it's all right here.
Yeah, it's all right here. It was there the first time I looked, and the third time I looked, and the 50th time I looked, and until I understood it, it didn't make any sense to me.
Fair enough. All right.
But I was thinking about that. It's very similar to the way the cloud works, or how you
Yeah.
learn cloud,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Like 3 years ago, you're like EC2 instance and auto scaling group and load balancer. What the hell are you talking about? And
Well,
now it's like, well, of course that's how you do it.
yeah. What's a
So
VPC?
yeah, that's
No
it.
one knows. No one knows,
No one
Stephen.
knows. No one knows. All right, so I'm just gonna sort of now just gonna go through this real quick and not try to get too far down a rabbit hole because I want to try to do a couple of labs before the hour's up.
Okay.
So,
All right. All right.
so I'm just gonna see where this goes. Create a mini cube cluster. Oh, I see. I think we've been through this already. This is making a mini cube cluster.
We
We don't
have
need
done
to
that.
go through the active tutorial. We've done that before. And then deploy an app. That's probably another tutorial, but might as well go through it
Whoa.
since I've started it. Deployment, yeah. First Kubernetes control plane. No
Container as app, deployment
process.
control plane, no processes.
Like these graphics.
Yeah, it's good
But
actually.
yeah, I don't want to start that. We'll go through these one day, maybe. The link will be in the description if you want to follow the tutorials.
Kubernetes.io/docs/tutorials/Kubernetes-basics/.
Pods and nodes. Okay. This is probably a good one to go over. We're not going to go over it right now, though. There's the networking stuff. IPs for each one. Pods always run on a node. Oh, I see. This is one pod. That's pod
2
2.
pods, 3
Pod
pods, 4
2. Pod
pods.
4 pods, 5. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
This is the one. This is the one actually that we're going to do,
The
but
expose
in a different.
your
In a different.
app publicly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's. This is like the. What the goal of today is, and this is what I was talking about just now with that diagram.
Yep.
Where you have the cluster IP, the node port IP, load balancer IP, and the external name.
Okay, yeah.
And it's doing all of these things, which I don't quite understand. Should probably figure out this diagram. We'll do it. We'll have a to-do to figure out what the hell this diagram is saying. But that's more complicated than I wanted to do today.
There's the service. If you look in the middle, there's the service you're talking about.
Oh,
just go back to it. Look at it for a second. Let's go back to that last picture.
This one, yeah.
So see where it says service 1.1.1.1.
Yeah.
Well, that's a service's IP address. So your service is going to point to that. So I don't know if that would be considered an endpoint or.
Yeah, that's what they call it. That's the word that they use. All of those things are different endpoints into the cluster.
Exactly. That's all I wanted to
say.
You can go to the next one. That's all I wanted because it popped in my head when I was looking at it.
Yeah, the endpoint. Essentially, a service is an endpoint, I believe.
It's I want to say gateway, but that's a different thing. It's like a gateway, but not an official AWS gateway. A gateway endpoint.
Here's one for scaling out your deployment. This is kind of cool. We should do this one day. It's not today.
Yeah,
and then updating your app.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh yeah.
Maybe each one of these might be a video on its own of just the walkthrough.
Yes, sir.
Or the interactive tutorial. But yeah, these are good words. Everybody wants this word.
CI/CD with 0 downtime.
Yeah, if you can pull that off, you can get paid. Just period. All right. So I thought those were more wordy stuff, like descriptions. And it looks like it's just a little description and then a lab, which is probably more useful in the end. Anyway, so that's that one. Yeah. That is that. So back to our programming. This is the lab part of what we're going to do. I'm going to do this one. And so I have already installed KubeCTL.
Yes.
I already do have a cloud provider like Google Kubernetes Engine or Amazon Web Services to create a web cluster.
Fair.
I actually created a web cluster. Was it with this tutorial? No, it was with a different tutorial. But I still made one. Actually, what is that one? curiosity. Type load back. Oh, wait, I'm giving away secrets here. That's creating a load balancer service, which I think is what we're doing here anyway. Configure KubeCTL to communicate with your Kubernetes APIs, Kubernetes API server for instructions. So I've already proved this one previously to you with this little. I'm connected. My KubeCTL is connected to the correct thing.
Okay.
So it goes through here and says if you run this, I think the correct terminology is deployment file. It's a deployment file. So it has the apps and the version and the name of what it is, and then you want five of them, and it's just giving you a hello world sample for your image. Name hello, and then container port 8080.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And if I wanted to change that, I would create a file and change whatever I wanted to make this a different image or something. Just change it a little bit. But I'm fine with those defaults. So I'm going to go copy and then let's clear this.
The visual, what's that again? Visual Studio Code?
That's Visual Studio Code, but I'm using the terminal in it. And
I see. That's why it looks different. Because I can see the logo, so I was a bit confused.
Yeah. No, I've just minimized the code part.
No, that's good. That's good.
So if you see that, says that just created that thing. So if I do the one that I know just from memory is kubectl get pods. I should have 5 pods. And we're all started 3 seconds ago. And those are all the things that I just deployed into my Kubernetes cluster that I created with Terraform from a video that I watched with the Cloud Brothers. That's how I learned everything about Kubernetes watching the Cloud Brothers.
Like and subscribe for quality content like this. That's actually quality content.
Yeah. So I think it was worth it. Let's do everything since we're doing a tutorial. I skip these usually, but since we're doing tutorial-like thing, I'm going to do each one of them.
Display information about the deployment.
Yeah, so that is get deployments. And there we're going 5. Hello world is the deployment name, up to date, 5 out of 5, available 5. 84 seconds if I do it again. The only thing that'll update is the seconds thing.
Yeah, 96. Okay.
Okay. And the next thing, I think this does basically the same.
Describe deployments. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a pseudonym or an alias to get the same information, I believe, or it might just display it slightly different. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I was completely wrong about all of that.
It gives you a bunch of...
Gives you a bunch of information. So namespace, when it was created, labels, annotations, replicas, rolling update strategy. I've seen this a lot, actually. The rolling update strategy. So it's at 25% max unavailable, 25% max surge. I don't know what that means. I'll look that up. And then containers, and a whole bunch of stuff. Cool.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
More information. Actually, it's probably exactly the information I want to know about my deployment in my cluster.
Display information about your replica object. That's what this one does.
Okay.
Replica sets.
Yeah, and then there's the
Okay.
get replica sets.
That's. I don't see what's. Okay. Weird.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about replica sets. I need to learn more about them.
Fair. Yeah. And then it's just gonna be. Oh. Okay. It's not that. Oh yeah, it is actually. A lot of information again.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
So
Successful
probably
create.
if you're troubleshooting stuff, um, if you're troubleshooting stuff, then this is probably super useful. Okay, so here is where going to experiment time.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember how did I close my AWS tab? No, I didn't.
I think you
Oh,
did not. Maybe you did. I don't know.
oh no, I didn't. I just have
Well,
my
it says
king in the
load
way.
balancers there.
So load balancer, yeah. So no load balancer, and
Mm-hmm.
this is my experiment. So I think I copied. Now let's just go back. So I've got the cluster running, right?
You do.
Got the replica set running.
That's a fact
All
check.
of all of the information, everything, all of these commands that we just ran gave me information.
Mm-hmm.
I am about to create a service object that exposes the deployment. Giggity.
Giggity goo.
Giggity goo. And so what my theory is, my hypothesis, is that this is going to create a load balancer. So let's see if I'm correct or not.
Load balancing.
Yeah, so it's exposing the deployment hello world with a load balancer, and the name of the service is my service. Okay, service, my service, exposed. Giggity.
Okay.
Go.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And then while I'm waiting for things,
You can
I go
display
like that.
information about the service if it's there already.
Yeah, and then so I already have. It's already set up a load balancer, giving me an external IP, and I think what I was reading or what I've learned so far a little bit is that a load balancer is only a cloud thing. Like a load balancer won't work on a local machine, like a local thing. You can't get a load balancer on a local machine.
I don't see that happening. So
But anyway, so we've got an external IP address and it goes to 8080, and I am going to open another one and go to 8080. First of all,
you're copying all that, huh? Oh, I see.
copying all that.
Just
Yeah,
that. Okay, gotcha.
That's the DNS name.
Yep.
And then go to that. And it's 8080, not 80, so 8080. And then hello Kubernetes. You're going to Disneyland. Disneyland.
Very well done.
So I am going to.
Kubernetes.
We won't see this on screen, but I'm going to send you this link in Discord.
Okay.
And just tell me if you see the same thing that says "Hello Kubernetes."
Okay, just give me a second here. Let's see where my Discord pops up.
Unless you want to type that out.
I do not. Just let me get a Google open.
And you don't have to show it. I trust that.
I'm showing it, and it does. Let's see if I can move it over.
Says hello.
It says hello Kubernetes.
Says hello Kubernetes. Hello Kubernetes.
Yep, it absolutely works.
Yeah. So I now have a witness
Yep.
And I'm a witness. All you
Yep.
guys.
And anybody
Uh,
that watched. Yeah. Yes, sir.
that I made into Kubernetes cluster. So if
That's great.
if if we did some Route 53 stuff and had did some DNS and then forwarded the DNS to this Elastic load balancer,
Mm-hmm.
you would have a DNS driven or DNS fronted uh, Kubernetes cluster running in Amazon. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Uh, and so this is now the theory here. I have no load balancer before I refresh. When I hit refresh, do I get a load balancer? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. So it made a load balancer
What?
super quick.
Happy 420, bro.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Oh yeah, it's 422.
Yeah.
Um. Uh. So yeah, and the way that I figured that out, I did not know that
Mm-hmm.
that the load balancer actually makes like a real load balancer.
Of course.
And it's got 3 instances and services until I went to delete the other one.
Well, yeah, that's why you
Uh,
that's why you need the that's why you need GCP or Azure or AWS is to,
yeah.
for this stuff.
Um,
Docker shim removal set. Hmm.
yeah. So
As of
what's that?
Kubernetes
Closing
1.24,
that.
Docker shim will no longer be included with Kubernetes. Okay, good to know.
We forgot about. I got all excited and went to the thing. And I
Skipped all this. Skipped all this.
skipped all this stuff.
That's
Yeah, we
okay.
kind of did this already. We kind of
Use the
did. We kind of
external
got.
IP
Kind of
address.
got.
Load balancer
Yeah.
ingress.
Yeah, which is the one that I gave you. And if it was if.
Yeah, but it was obvious.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like maybe not to the average Joe, but like I've been doing
Yeah.
this enough that I could see that I could see it,
I
and
didn't.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like just copy and paste it because I know it's there instead of curling to get what I already can see in my screen.
Yeah. So because one of the things that I've noticed too is that you get a lot of Kubernetes clusters and Docker containers running when you're experimenting,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh, what the hell? I don't know what's running or what's not running. And since this is just an experiment, I am going to do that one.
Delete my service and then see if the load balancer's gone.
No, I know the load balancer won't. Oh, actually, good point.
Thanks.
It's got a good point.
That's a good point.
My service deleted. Um. Oh yeah. Okay. So, Mr. Mugford
Yes. Yes,
posed
Mr. Mugford.
posed a good question. Now, load balancer gone? Yes or no? I think yes,
I
because
I
I didn't follow the tutorial properly yesterday.
Mugford concurs.
I'm quite good. Yeah, I think you're correct. No load balancer. Woohoo!
Yay! We win again.
We learned something.
Wizards. Yeah.
All
Wizard.
right. All
Amazing.
right. So I'm gonna get rid of that deployment.
The deeper you get into Kubernetes and the title of our last video, Nobody Hates K8s,
Yeah.
the more you understand. Like,
Oops.
oh, this is really useful and fast. Do
Yeah.
you see
Yeah.
how fast that load balancer is going?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
So fast to
wow,
create it.
wow. It's so small,
Yeah.
just little.
All right. So um, now I have a query. How long have we been recording?
Our query,
Half an hour.
We
Half an
are
hour.
at exactly 30 minutes in 2, 1,
Ding, ding, ding.
30 minutes and 2 seconds.
Okay, so got two options here.
Yeah.
We could try to do what we just did here
Yes.
with the test app.
What? What do you mean?
Test app.
Do it.
Uh,
Do it.
huh?
What's the other option?
The other option is to do the other stateless one, which is uh, this PHP application with Redis. But this seems like a deviation from what we've been working on.
Do the first one.
Looks kind of cool, but
And we could
yeah,
do this one next time or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, or do that as a produced one or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah, I
uh,
think this is interesting enough that produced sh- like I don't know, they could be just as long or shorter videos would be like it'd be a good
yeah,
subject.
yeah.
The people need to learn and that you learn by making videos. So
Learn by doing it. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
positive. It's there's no reason not to. You
So that's a positive feedback loop. Um,
word.
okay, so it's a good looking
Hey,
guy.
I know that guy.
Okay,
He's so
so
handsome. I
so
loved him in what do you call
what
it?
I heard.
The Punisher. Beating up the Punisher.
Punisher.
The Kingpin.
Yeah. So let me check some things because I'm going to start from scratch on this as
Okay.
well. Uh, maybe. I think I might have this image already created. Wait a second.
I feel like you did, but you can check.
Yeah.
Unless you tore it down.
No. Still there. Sure, it's still there. Simple Flask app. It's this one.
Oh
So
right, yeah.
let me, and this is the one. So this is the local one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the one that I've pushed to Docker Hub. Actually, let me just check that first. So I'm gonna have more links for you.
All right, all right. I'll put them all in the description below. Somewhere over there.
Yeah. Oh, where's Docker Hub? Oh, yeah, okay,
Bum
those
bum
are.
bum.
Yeah, so there you go. Okay, so published 4 days ago. Uh, I don't think we've ever done anything on how to push stuff to Docker Hub, but there's lots of videos on how to push stuff to Docker Hub. So I pushed this sample Flask app. One of the things I want to check first, though, is what I did for the ports here. Um, yeah, so I picked 50-50,
Oh
port
yeah.
50-50. And it should say hello world and it should say the time. And I'm going to run the Smugford container locally. Uh, yeah, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to put the Smugford in front of this.
From the time import time.
Clear that, and then that, and then like
Unable to find Smugford slash simple flask app latest locally.
oh, I gotta log in. Hang on.
May require
Docker
Docker
login.
login. Yeah, it says right above, or may require
Yeah.
Docker login.
Okay. Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Oh,
Smug for Orada. Smug for Orada.
well, that's embarrassing.
That's okay. I don't like that guy.
I have never made a typo.
Well, this looks good. Okay, so that should be, this should be running Docker localhost. Where can I use this one? So localhost
Localhost 127.
50.
Oh,
Yeah, there
oh
we
yeah, there
go.
you go.
So I pulled the container that we built,
Yep.
that I uploaded to my Docker Hub,
Mm-hmm.
and ran it locally. So I've proved out it works
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I can see that.
So I
Awesome.
should be able to do. I can leave that running. Doesn't matter.
Sure.
Turn that up later. Um, yeah, I'll leave that running because I don't feel like looking up how to get rid of it now. So I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna steal this one and go back to. Oops. Task. This one document. Document. Tutorials. And then we are on this one. And all I want for this is the template. I'm gonna do something really weird and use Vim from Visual Studio Code just
Okay.
because
Mm-hmm.
it's weird. So I'm gonna do climate. So at this point, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's
But
okay.
I have a
Whoa.
theory. So that is all of my things. And I'm just gonna make two, let's say. I'm gonna change load balancer. Labels are important. Labels are super important. I'll explain why later.
Sure.
But the labels are how you know how things are attached to each other, kind of like tags.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Let's do flat.
Flask dash
Yeah,
example.
yeah. And um, I'm going to leave this label. I think the label you can make anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if there's reserved labels, but I think the labels you can make anything you want, and I'm fine with this label being what it is.
Mm.
And then and then you see this thing says match labels.
Yep.
That's one of the things. It's
So
obviously
it has to say flask dash example.
yeah. Uh, example, probably a way to do a find and replace, but whatever.
Yeah. Eh. Eh.
Same. Oh, I could just do this too. I need to type out an example anyway. And so the image, I actually want to do this smug for, and was it? I don't remember if it was sample flask app or I think that's how it was like that. Pretty sure that's how it was. And I'm going to change that to 50/50. And I'm going to change this to load balancer port. And I think I shouldn't have to do the expose thing. It should automatically create a load balancer on port 5050 for me, if I'm correct. So let's try it. I was just writing quick for Vim, and then I'm going to do a KubeCTL apply, and then F, and then slash deployment, and cross my fingers that something works.
Cross my fingers and hope not to cry. Error, validating cross. Spec template containers, unknown load balancer port in.
That's okay.
Validation.
So maybe
error.
I can't. Oh, maybe. Oh, wait. You know what? I think it has to be the. I'll make the container port 5050. I know I need to do the service as a separate thing, I think.
All right.
So we'll Vim Flask again. Or I will look up. I'm gonna check. See, it might be a different. It might be a different spelling too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is only the replicas. Yeah, this is wrong. This isn't where the load balancer thing goes.
Okay.
This is container port. And it was lowercase. You know what? I'm gonna try load balancer.
Oh, with the lowercase. All right.
Yeah.
WQ, baby.
No, it doesn't like it. That's okay.
And then change it back to container.
Container port. Yeah. We might do a two-step, like the way we did it in the demo. Container or port 5050. That's fine. That should work now.
No, that's
yeah.
There you go.
Cool. So we have a cluster running with 2 ports, I think. Yeah. Hard. Oh, yeah. See, this didn't work.
It did work or it didn't work?
It didn't work.
Okay.
Because it's 0 out of 1.
Yeah.
And you see it says image pull back off.
Mm.
This is the problem that I was having.
All right.
So, as far as I can tell, it should be able to pull that from Docker Hub. Docker Hub. Should be logged in still.
Zoinks.
Simple. All right. It's right under the microphone here. I can't turn that off though because I'm on call. Like, it's going to be sound effects. So, Docker push. Yeah.
Docker pull command.
Do I need to put that?
Well, I don't know.
Do I need?
I am but an egg.
Yeah, that's already. See, that's just a Docker command here.
Oh.
Yeah, image is up to date. It didn't do anything.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Vim simple.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. It is simple Flask app. Wonder if I can do it just locally. and it will grab it from my local one and deploy it. Maybe I don't need to do Docker Hub. Yeah, so you did the same.
It's doing the same error. Well, it's different.
Yeah.
The error is different actually, because it says error image pull, and above it said image pull back off.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay. So that's the difference between. Okay, actually, here let's try something just super simple. So I'll do Nginx. The Nginx image instead of our image.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it'd just be
Docker pull
Nginx.
nginx.
Yeah, so that'll just be the Nginx. We'll just do port 80 for Nginx. Maybe this has to be a URL like the one.
Yeah, it could be.
Anyway, Nginx. And if this doesn't work, we'll be googling. We'll be doing some googling.
Google it.
Yeah, now we get the image pull back off again. Okay, so that's just wrong. Something wrong. So look up a simple Nginx.
But don't you have to pull the image first? Like where it says copy and paste to pull this image?
That's what I'm thinking as well. I'm thinking that needs to be a URL. Yeah, let's just look. I'm missing something. By copying and pasting from the tutorial, I'm missing something.
Mm.
Oh yeah, see look.
Oh, I see.
Oh, maybe that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
So I could just put Smugford. Okay, hang on. Let me try something. Actually, let me try this.
Oh, yeah. I see where you're going. I get the idea.
Yeah, let me try this because this will work. I'll get a success out of this, and I don't know if I'll get a success out of the other one. So
Yeah, try that,
uh,
and then
we'll,
and then
we'll
and
try to
if
go
it
back
works,
to
then
the other
try to
one.
do your image.
Yeah, so deployments created.
Okay, try to do your image with the same, almost the same.
Okay, I changed this to Flask though.
Yeah. Whatever.
And then one for simple Flask. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it worked. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, found it. Good
nice.
job.
We got some running. Okay, what's up running? Nginx is running. Oh, and the Flask app is creating. That's cool.
Oh, okay. So it's just showing you the hello worlds or still image pull back off, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
and crash loop back off. Oh, that's not good. Why did that crash
Oh, the
loop?
flask op, the crash loop back off. It is something in the Vim.
Maybe it's something in the app. Okay, the
Uh,
Nginx one is running. I don't feel
yeah,
like running. Yeah, now we got an
it's
error.
okay.
The different errors though, that's cool.
Well, it's
Like
good to
that's
know.
not
Like we, uh,
oh,
if it's not
hang
broke,
on.
break it.
Actually, Hang on, actually, I got an idea. That's the deployment name, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we do a control scribe,
Yeah, good idea.
deployment. I think it's deployment or deployment.
I don't remember. Try deployment.
Deployment, yeah. Okay, I'm going to get deployment.
So, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why. It's just flask gap.
Oh, so
Putting the
you don't
node.
have to put all the extra stuff on the end. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so what do we got here?
So Flask app default, April 20th, labels, Flask app, revision 1, 1 desired, 1 updated, 1 unavailable, rolling update.
I don't see the error.
It says 1 out of 1 created. Can you check the deployment again and see if it's...
So zero, it's
so weird.
0 out of 1.
And not available even though...
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh,
I'm not,
status.
well,
Look at it says, but look above it says status under conditions, type available, status false. So available, false. Minimum
yeah,
replica
yeah,
unavailable.
yeah. So I will try
Hmm.
to troubleshoot that later. That's more of a,
That's interesting.
that's a, it's an offline thing. It's cool though, but just for purposes of finishing this off on a
Yeah.
positive note and seeing something work,
Yeah.
let's continue with the Nginx thing.
Yes, sir.
So we have the Nginx one, and it says 101 running, which is what we'll get to. We'll get to eventually with the other one.
Mm.
Wasn't quite prepared for uh, going down that path anyways. It's kind
That's
of,
okay.
it was 50-50 on doing each one.
Yeah,
Um,
gotcha.
so we do this, which we just did to try to troubleshoot, which is
Mm.
good. First troubleshooting. Got our first troubleshooting Kubernetes thing. Which is cool.
Yeah, that's we're trailblazers.
Yeah, nobody's ever done Kubernetes before.
Nope, not on the Cloud Brothers.
Okay, so this is a successful one, and this has no ports. No port. That might be the problem with the other one too.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Port.
Pork.
Port. Or you can just maybe if you need a port. That was a Swedish chef from the Muppets.
Yes. Meep.
Okay, so
Meep.
I am going to create a node port for this rather than a load balancer.
Okay.
Although I'm kind of tempted to just deviate and make a load balancer. But I'm going to do what they said here.
Fine.
All right. So that's a service, and it
Yep.
should be port 80 to 80.
Yes.
So I should be able to do, if I remember, this is like memory now. This is not Google. Describe service, and then Nginx or just Nginx. Yeah, it's probably just Nginx. Yeah, there you go. So
there is no need to specify a resource type as a separate argument when passing arguments.
I think this is my external IP
for
my node.
port 80.
And I think it'll be
Your
do
nginx.
that and then go to port 80, and then that should be.
Oh, 8080 TCP or
I
TCP rather.
should get. I should, since it's 8080, I should get an nginx thing just by going to this IP address. So don't need this. I'm gonna use this tab, and I get nothing because it's a node port, and that doesn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I'm actually going to make a load balancer. Right? This doesn't surprise me at all. Because I can't. That's a 10 dot something number, right? I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to get to that from the internet. I know it's not going to work. I'll try it to show you it won't
Yeah,
work,
and
but
then like
I know it won't work.
mm, yep,
So
yeah, don't you have to put
uh,
like port 8080 after it though?
no, it's the default port for all browsers. It's not
Oh yeah,
8080.
that's true.
It was only 80,
Yeah.
which is the default port.
Mm.
So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going
Some people call
to.
it a sling blade. I call it a sling blade.
All right then. I'm going to use the load balancer.
It's from that movie, Sling
So
Blade. Okay, make a load balancer.
yeah, I'm going to change it to match what we had here.
All
So
right.
I need to make uh, service called nginx. Okay, so I might have to delete this service first though, because I want to call my
Oh
service nginx.
man.
Yeah. Uh, I think it's delete. Is it just delete service? I'm making stuff up, hoping it's right. Oh, nice. Woo! I
Haha!
mean, I mean
Woo!
that's
We
I
planned
mean
that. We planned the whole
that's how you
we planned the whole
that's
thing.
how you do that.
We just pretend that we don't know stuff and are guessing.
Yeah, that's correct. All right, so this will be nginx as the service name.
Yes, sir.
Or
You spelled that
yeah, yes,
Ngix. Ngix.
that's that's how it's spelled.
Oh no, you spelled it right. Sorry.
Yeah,
Engine X. Engine
yeah,
X. Gotcha. Gotcha.
that's how it's spelled. It's a really
I
weird
know
name.
it looked weird to
Uh,
me. I was expecting
that
I
it
was
is
expecting a third N for some reason, which would be
because
engine
it is.
Nginx. Nginx.
Yeah.
Nginx.
All right, so
Nginx.
oh, hang on a second.
Time's up.
Oh yeah, no, that should work.
Okay.
Oh no, crap.
Uh,
Uh, Screwed up something, I think.
oh, it's been exposed. Get
Yeah,
deployments.
yeah. So I don't. It's not going to do anything
It
anyways
didn't do anything.
because
It's still
nothing in
there.
it. So I'm going to do it.
10 minutes.
Going to do the next. Como what?
Well, you had the type load balancer after it. KubeCTL exposed deployment, and then you had Nginx. Did you want all that extra stuff at the end? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
See KubeCTL
Um,
expose -H for help and examples. Um, FYI, in
Yeah.
5 seconds. It's going to be
Yeah.
we're at 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay.
Just FYI. Just FYI. So probably got
All
time to
right.
try a couple more things, and then we can call it a day. We can call it a recording. We can call it content. If you followed us
Yeah.
this far. Oh, by the way, my giveaway of $1,000. If anybody
Yeah.
watched till the end, within
So
24
access.
hours, nobody took me up on it. So there's that. And that was a one-time offer. So
Yeah.
I should have probably led with that at the beginning of this recording.
Hang on a second. Oh, I know what to do. Gonna add something to. Oh no, this is. Oh, crap! I don't know what to do. What was I doing? This one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But an egg.
Yeah. The node port didn't work, and then we had that, and then you could curl to the thing, and then you could curl to that, and that would work.
Mm,
And then
reaching ephemeral public IP
external
addresses.
IP address.
That might be what we need is the ephemeral
Oh,
ports.
public IP.
We need the ephemeral
Talking
port.
about here.
You know what the ephemeral port is. You got to reach those ephemeral ports.
Just talking about.
Ephemeral ports. Oh, internal port.
Yeah, you can use the internal port.
Yeah, but it's oh shit. But the ephemeral ports, I was learning all about those today, doing tutorials dojo.
Yeah, that's like it reaches out and then says, "Give me pick a number between 60,000 and 80,000."
Yeah, exactly.
All right, what do we got here? Oh, that's interesting. What's up? Is that
50-50.
what's going on here? What was that? Hopefully that wasn't on call.
Well, that external IP. So if you highlight all that, are we going to get our Nginx returned to us?
Hang on, I got a page to do. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, deal with that in a second. Got an elastic load balancer here.
Well,
So what happened? What happened?
Copy and paste. Copy that and
I'm gonna
throw it in a browser. See what happens.
Try this. And you see how that? See, this is what they're talking about.
The ephemeral port. Yeah, 32,060.
What's the internal port on this one?
What? I thought this was ephemeral.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just such a large number. I thought it was ephemeral port.
I don't know about ephemeral ports in Kubernetes.
That's what
this works. I'll be happy. Oh no, it's not working. Empty response.
Well, what if you don't put the 50-50?
Oh wait, actually, the other one I could do. It's because the containers aren't running. Like it's the load balancer is
Yeah,
there,
fair
but
enough.
The container is not running.
It makes sense.
Yeah, like we have there's no what do they call them? There's no healthy pods.
Okay.
So even though the load balancer is there, it's not gonna give you anything.
All right. So you just want to.
So that's the.
Do you want to call it and work on it next week? Okay. Well, like and subscribe to the Cloud Brothers, and we'll get this working next week because we got a lot of stuff working. We got a lot of stuff working this week.
Page will be working next week.
This page will be working next week. Okay. We love you. Like and subscribe. And
you might not like the Cloud Brothers, but that's okay. We still like you anyway.
Yep.
As long as you agree, the Terraform is better than CloudFormation.
Yeah, and Helm is better than everything. Peace out.
Oh, I missed. I can see.